Hi and hello guys, it is Gomi here and welcome back to the channel. Before we get on to the video, be sure to subscribe and check me out on my socials, which will be linked down in the description. Anyways, on to the video. Okay, so today I want to talk about existing because I think existing is such a odd thing. Like, for me it's like odd because I feel existent and non-existent at the same time. And I feel like that's such a contradicting statement. Yeah, I feel like I exist, but I don't exist. But it makes sense. Okay, so mind you, I don't have that many friends. I don't go out much. I can't drive. I'm not employed. I sound like a fucking loser. But what's it called? I don't really do much of anything. So I do exist, but I feel non existent because I don't do anything with my life. So I feel like a being that's kind of passing by day and just kind of getting through the day. I do a few things here and there. I have a few friends, like a few. And I'll talk to one or two of them every day. Well, not every single day, most days of the week now that I think about it. Like, eh. Anyways, yeah, and then I talk to my boyfriend every day. But most of the day, most of the entirety of the day, I'm sitting on my own, not doing much. And it's just weird. It's you know, I feel like there's so much life and time passing me by, but then I'm just not doing much, and it makes me feel non-existent in a sense because it's girl, you got all this life and you're not doing nothing. Ugh. And then the one the weirdest thing about existing is encountering people that also exist. I feel like that's so crazy. Like, okay, so I remember recently someone came to me about an issue of theirs that they were dealing with, and I remember thinking to myself, this is so odd. And it wasn't odd that they were coming to me with their issues, but it's the way that they exist and how they were brought up is so different from me. And it's I'm not the only person that exists, so they're not going to think exactly like me. Because personally, when I have issues, I just thug it out. I figure it out on my own. Because through my experiences growing up, we had some hard times in life. And when I would run into certain issues, I would just suck it up. I remember I was being bullied in middle school. I didn't even tell a single soul. I just sucked it up. And there's other things that I went through that are kind of much too dark to mention on this channel. But I would just suck it up and go on with my life. And when people tell me about stuff that's happening to them, I'm kind of there as moral support, but in my head, I'm kind of thinking, if I were you, I would suck it up. And it's weird because, people out there do not think like you because they're individuals. They are not you. And it's weird to me that people exist outside of me, the random lady you see at Walmart is not just, some NPC or anything. She's an actual person with an actual life, actual thoughts, and all these other things. And it's so weird because, I always think, man, I'm so deep and all these things. I have all these experiences and mindsets through my experiences, and there's people out there who are just like me. They're deep and they have experiences and loved ones and all these other things. And it's whoa, they really exist too. And then the crazy thing about existing is that we have so much power to do anything we want. Although earlier I was saying I really don't do much at all, there are things I want to do. One of them is I want to be a YouTuber, which is why I'm recording this video now, because I have it in my power to do so. I have a little camera on my laptop, or I can use a little camera on my phone to record videos to show you guys. And yeah, there's just so many possibilities in life and so many experiences and things that we can do and experience. And it's like, wow, like the possibilities are endless. And I think it's weird because I feel like as people, we kind of tend to forget and like ignore the fact that there's so much we can do during our lifetime, and there's so many things we can experience and all these other things, because like life can be so hectic and hard that we feel powerless, so we kind of just let things fly by. And I feel like that's something I've been doing with my life and myself for the past bit. And nowadays I'm realizing, girl, you got to get it together. Like, you're 19, you can't be living with your mom forever, you can't depend on people forever. You got to exist, you got to actually exist, because I feel like all these years I've kind of been living in the background of people, or living for other people rather than living through my own experiences and being myself. And I feel like that's something that other people need to realize, is that you should, exist and live for yourself. Like, I remember I worked really hard in school to try and impress my mom, because like I always felt like I was like not good enough as a person. I was just a very insecure kid, unfortunately. So, I worked really hard to get good grades, good test scores and such. Then I worked hard to graduate early, to appease others and to impress others. And I remember in high school and my freshman year, I lost like a ton of weight before school started to try and impress others. And I just continually found myself, existing and doing things for others rather than existing for myself. I think that's a part of the reason why I feel very lost as a person these days, is because like I'm not very used to existing for myself and doing things for myself. So it's like this is a very new and different experience. And I think that's why I find existing so weird these days, is because, you know, having to do something for yourself when you never accounted for yourself feels challenging. I feel like it's very challenging because, to be honest, I never really cared for myself throughout the years, which sounds terrible, but I just kind of existed and was like, well, if I'm gonna exist, I'm gonna make others happy with my existence. And I feel like I was never paying attention to myself and trying to make myself happy, which is something I'm trying to do nowadays. And then another thing about existing that's so weird is like all our actions and the things we do lead to like, another action, chain reaction, butterfly effect and stuff. So it's like, in my life, I should try to do my best. I should try to do all the things I want to do because it'll lead me somewhere, which is why, once again, I'm recording this, because I want to see what, doing what I want to do in my lifetime will. Anyway, I forgot. And then, the craziest thing about existing is the fact that we have so much power over our existence, and, the way we express ourselves and things we do. Like, these days I've become more expressive with my style and other things, and becoming more of myself and doing what I want to do. And it's like crazy because, it's like, I could just cower away and not do anything I want to do because that's what I used to do. And it's like I just have so much control over my existence. Like, what? Like, I'm feeling powerful. But, anyways, that's enough of my rambling, guys. I am done for today. I'll see you guys another day. Bye. This is Komi signing out.